welcome to this week's episode of Rustie Sheep. This is episode number 10. Time goes by. If you're a new viewer, welcome. If you're a returning viewer, welcome back. My name is Inez, and I'm knitting and living in Ghent, Belgium, and this is my weekly podcast. Mind you, I'm a day late today. We're Monday, June 1st. It's Pentecost, so it's a bank holiday for us today. It's lovely, and I had an amazing weekend, and that's the reason I'm actually a day late with recording this podcast. Normally, I always podcast on Sunday around 1 or 12, depending on my time schedule. But yeah, yesterday I didn't have the time to do any podcasting. So yeah. Let me talk about my weekend. Had a quiet evening on a Friday, but on Saturday I texted an ex-colleague slash friend, Axel. She's from France, but she lives in Brussels, and we used to work together. And I haven't seen her since she left the company. So I texted her and I drove to Brussels. It was kind of exciting for me because Brussels is a really busy city traffic-wise. They were doing some road work, so I was stuck in traffic for a long time, but it was actually the first time that I drove into Brussels Centre. And at that time, I wasn't really paying attention that I was doing it. And then the tunnels were open at certain points, and I was driving through the tunnels, and I was like, oh my God, I'm driving in Brussels. Okay. So, yeah. So that was amazing. We had a lovely time. We went to the park. We went to do some shopping. I didn't buy yarn. That was good. I did buy some pom-poms to put on hats, to sew on hats. She knew a shop there who had pom-poms, and they were relatively cheaper than I can get here. So yeah, bought 5 of them, so different colors. Like if you want to make a hat for somebody as a present, it's always nicer to have a pom-pom. And yeah, it's the fixed one. I'm not really good at making pom-poms and cutting yourself with the yarn. So I used to have a friend who did that for me. But yeah, well. And then afterwards, we went to the shop and bought some tapas. But in Belgium, we call it aperitif because Belgian people love to do that. It's just have a glass of drink, like alcohol. We chose cava, and we had some food, small food, like crackers with guacamole and hummus, but also some small tomatoes, the cherry tomatoes, some cheese, some salami. What else did we get? No, I'm not sure what else. The small foods you love to eat, and it's really lovely if you're having a drink and a chat. And then we decided to order some sushi and head out to the park. It's called Parc La Roi. It's a huge park in Brussels. Yeah, Brussels has a lot of parks. But it was just amazing, like little groups of people everywhere, and music were playing somewhere, and some people were dancing, some people were doing jump ropes. I saw kids doing some sports, having like the whole social gathering, and it was really nice to see that in the center of the city. And with the amazing temperature, it was lovely just to sit outside and chat and take pictures. And then we decided to drink some vodka as well, and I love vodka. I love Moscow Mule. That's with ginger beer or ginger ale, depending on what is available in the shop. And yeah, I just had a lovely time. Amazing. Just, yeah, I don't know. I felt like I was on holiday. So I had that holiday feeling, and it just made it so enjoyable, so lovely. And it was nice to catch up with Axel and speak French. So yeah, yeah, I had a lovely day, and then Sunday I had a brunch, and then in the evening a barbecue with my friend Christine. She actually called me at 9:30 in the morning, like, "Oh yeah, we're doing brunch today." I was like, "Brunch? I'm still in Brussels," so because I spent the night in Brussels, and she was, "Hey, yeah, we're doing brunch." I was like, "Oh, I need to get up." Mind you, I did have a hangover, a bit though. So yeah, so I drove home, and on the way back, there was hardly any traffic. So Sunday morning is a really good time to leave Brussels. Um, yes, so, and then I came home. I went for a run, but that didn't go well. The last week I have issues with my knees, and yeah, I went to a special shop where they measure you, and you have to run on oh, what is it called? Like a machine, and they film you and they look how your posture is and how you set your foot down. And because I thought, yeah, maybe I didn't have the right cheese to run all the time, because at a certain moment I was running 5 times a week, nose running. Um, yeah, so I did that. Apparently, I do have a good posture when I run, but my knees hurt like hell, and it's been more than a week, and I've hoped by now it would have been gone. But yeah, I tried yesterday for a run, but it was so painful. So I thought that because on Saturday I had issues, I had some pain in my knees as well. Then I started walking, and it was better. So I thought, like, you cross that pain bit level a bit, but yeah, with running it didn't work. Got myself some new running shoes. They're amazing. They're Adidas. Yeah, they really feel comfortable, and it's more when you walk, when you run on pavement. You see, I live in the city, so there's not a lot of grass to run on. Grass is better. So yeah, but I run on pavement, so the shoes are more, they collect more bounciness and more, yeah, density. So yeah, paid a lot of money for those shoes. Well, I like running now. I never thought I would do that. As I said, like I think 2 episodes ago. Yeah, I like it. It's just a rush and exhausted. You're exhausted afterwards, and yeah, it feels lovely. Never thought that I would be so into running. So actually, I don't have a lot of content this week, so I assume it will be a short episode. Before I get into my knitting, I'll tell you about my day yesterday. So I got home around 11, I think, went for a run. Didn't really work out. Hit my shower, and then just filled up my laundry machine. So I did a lot, one load, because yeah, I like to hang dry my laundry, especially when I'm not home, and it can stand outside on the terrace in the sun, and I just love that smell and love that feeling of air dried laundry. So I did that. I was home for about 2 hours when I left again. That was my weekend. I think I was home for 2 hours during the day. And then I went to Christine. I took public transport because, yeah, she doesn't live that far from me. It's only 10-minute, no, 50-minute ride by tram. But yeah, then I could have a drink as well. And I don't drink and drive. So yeah, it was lovely. We went to the local shops, bought some food, like fresh vegetables, fresh fruits. It's really lovely shopping this way. And actually, yeah, I was thinking I should do that more. Go to local stores. I go to the local supermarket. I do that, but we have the vegetable stores here. I know it's a bit further from where I live, but maybe it's just a nice walk to do that. And you know, the vegetables are different, and they're cheaper as well, and they're not packed in plastic. And maybe I should do that more. And even maybe I should check if the market. We have a Sunday market normally close to where I live, and maybe I should check if the market is still there or is already back up with the whole corona. Um, I'm not really following the guidelines in the sense of I'm not really with following the news at the moment. I know schools are opening up again. We got an email from work saying that normally from June 8th we're allowed to go full time back to the office. Yeah, I'm not really into that. It's weird to say. I'm not really following it at the moment. Um, I still follow the guidelines, like keep my distance from people. Even with Excel, we were never really that close. When we were in public, we were using our mouth mask. When you go to the shop, the same. Most of the time, I wear gloves when I go into a shop. I disinfect my hands a lot. So I am still doing the guidelines, like follow the safety measures. Um, and Yeah, but I'm not really following what is opening up, and I know the shops are open, but the clothing stores and stuff like that, but I haven't really paying attention. We'll see how it goes and how it will evolve. People are saying the bars will open up again soon. We'll see how that goes. Not sure what the plan is about that. So yeah, today I just texted my dad. Maybe I'm going to see my parents for because I haven't seen them in 2 weeks. It's been really busy for me by going to the office, by yeah, just general life. I don't know. I've said this before. The time flies, and we're June already, and yeah, I can see it in my knitting, as I said before. But yeah, um, if I think about it, it's weird where did the time go? Where yeah, I don't know. Everything is so changing so fast, and I don't even have time to really think about it and to analyze it. Maybe that's good. I don't need extra time to analyze things. Come on, we're women. I'm sorry if you're a guy and watching this, but women analyze everything and it's not good to analyze everything. But yeah, okay, me rambling. Let's get on to knitting. Oh, I just kicked my table. I'm sorry. I know when I kick the table, my camera will move. I know that, but still, why do I do that? So on to knitting. Last week I just started the what's it called? The Campside Pullover from Alicia Plummer. It's a jumper for my sister Esty. Let me just get it. Yeah, the yarn is on the ground. So I just started this last week, you know. Let me get it. So that's the front. Let me check. Look what I have already. Yeah, it's a lovely green. It has a lot of eyelets in here, but the eyelet pattern changes. It's a really lovely pattern and it's easy. Just follow the pattern for so many centimeters. There are 4 charts. You go from one chart to the other, always like 9.5 centimeters, 3.75 inches. It's really easy to follow, and the eyelets change position and look, look at that. Mind you, it is on a needle 5, I think US 8, but I still have to knit 5 centimeters, about 2 inches, and then I have to start the rib and then the sleeves. But I just did this. I just started this last week and I have almost a jumper. So, and it's not, I'm not, I don't think I did a lot of time doing this. If I think about my week, I don't know. I've been busy, so when did I have the time to do this? Um, I know I knit in the evenings, and it's a perfect telephone knit as well. When you're on the phone, or yeah, it's it's amazing. It's a really lovely pattern, and I'm making this for myself as well. It knits up really fast. Check it out. I'll put the link down below. Alicia Plummer, the Campside Pullover. It's really amazing. It's yeah, but the thing is, DK weight with a big needle, it knits up quick. We all know that, but still, I'm surprised by that. I've never done jumpers. Most of the time, I do finger and weight jumpers, or DK with a small needle. So I'm really loving this. It's yeah, jumpers. I'm so knitting this one for myself, but I'm not allowed to buy yarn this month. I had to resist last week. I was like, yeah, but technically it's still May, so I'm still allowed to buy yarn. But then I checked how much I bought already the in May. So I was like, yeah, no, I can't do that. I'm not allowed to do that. So yeah, it was hard to resist. I was like, yeah, but if I have it already, and it's stash started, but I'm not sure if I'm going to join. Let me just see. Yeah, I'll read a bit about it, and then maybe I'll talk about it in the next episode. But I was watching Amy Florence from the Stranded podcast, and she was going on about this stash dash. That's not really competition, but the stash dash project. I don't know. It's the time of year where you enter how many meters or for how many K you want to knit up with all your used yarn or your yarn in your stash. So we'll see how it goes. It would be nice to compete with that or to enter that. So we'll see. And this, oh, I'm actually on the second skein. Look, second skein. Tinder is a really, you get a lot of meterage out of it. Let me just get my, I'm dropping everything. Sorry. I'm clumsy today. Yeah, just leave the yarn. Why do I decide to do that when I podcast? Me and my brain. So yes, Alicia Plummer, the Campside pullover. I always wanted. I was thinking of the NS summer cardigan, but that's the baby knit I did for my friend Winnie. Actually, she has the baby. Yeah, on Thursday, she gave birth to her daughter. The name is Martha. Yeah, it took her a long time. It took her 57 hours. So yeah, but she's doing well, and the baby's doing well as well too. Maybe they're allowed to go home today, so we'll see how that goes. Yeah, she was born in the morning around 10:25, 10:30, something like that, on Thursday, the 28th of May. So yeah, I was excited. I was like, is the baby there yet? Is the baby there yet? So every time I was texting, she was like, no, no baby. I was like, okay. So yeah, but she had a long giving birth cycle. So yeah. Um, Sorry, there was a bug on my laptop. I'm all over the place today. I'm sorry, and I'm even a day late. So episode 10, all over the place. Um, I started a new project. Let me just get that for you. You recognize those colors. They're on the needles. I'm steeking for the first time. It's not. I'll try to film it. I'll ask somebody to film it when I'm about to steek, so I can show you guys. This is the Velse Vinterfjell. I'm sorry, my Norwegian is not good, but this is a pattern from Skeindeer Knits. Ellie from Skeindeer Knits. I just started it. Look at those colors. Let me just show you guys. So I'm using the raspberry red kind of as the main color, and then I'm using lighter pink and white for the contrast colors. And I'm yeah, just a few rows into the color chart. So we'll see how it goes. It's a bit weird for the steeking though. I'm a bit worried about that because it's not nice. It creates a line here, so not sure about that. Or is that the point? So it does have, oh yeah, it is a point I think because I need to purl the first stitch and the last stitch, so it creates like a gap. Maybe it's easier, it will be explained in the pattern. I'm a person who just skims through the pattern to see if there's some bits and bobs I don't understand, and then I have a look on YouTube or something, or just general on internet if it's something I need to learn. Maybe it's something I already know but it's named differently. So I didn't see anything special except the steeking, of course, that I don't know about the pattern terms or the knitology. Um, so we'll see. But then I just do step by step, and I use a marker where I am at. I just did this third increase for the yoke, and yeah, but I'll be cutting here because you can see I did short rows. It's a bit longer here. So yeah, I'll be cutting through here. So exciting. But yeah, it's actually the first time I will do that. But we'll see how it goes. Yeah, I think that's about it. Look at my beautiful plants. Actually, it was really small when I got it. I think last summer my friend Christine and we were working on the second-hand markets. Um, that's a really lovely thing about Ghent. Every area they have like one day or a weekend that they celebrate their area, and then they have like second-hand markets, like people just stand in front of their house with stuff they want to get rid of, or but you can find some gems there. Actually, this let me just move the camera a bit so you can see my needle box. This I bought on those second-hand markets. I paid like 100, no, 50 euros for it. I think something like that. And yeah, I really loved it when I bought it. And it was just around, it was in my neighborhood. But I have other things as well that I collected from those street fairs, second-hand markets. It's just, yeah, people just can reserve a slot or a space. And yeah, they set up with their material stuff they want to sell to other people. And I bought some nice glasses, cognac glasses. Yeah, if you really know what you're looking for, then you'll, yeah, or just sometimes you have gems. Now, and as I mentioned before, I'm thinking of moving, and of course, I need more furniture. And I was watching, like, looking on the website for just major furniture stores, but then I decided maybe it would be nice to collect, for example, an old desk and then just renovate it myself a bit, like um, scrub off the old color and then paint it myself. I think stuff like that. And the reason I do want to tell you about that. The reason I have that idea all of a sudden is that Axel's place. I said it was more bohemian style, but it was so lovely. She had all those pieces of furniture. Sorry, I'm going too quick again, I think. She had all those different pieces, but they fit in together oh so beautifully. And yeah, I love the style, and that's something I want as well. She had an old desk, and her apartment was lovely in Brussels. Big, amazing windows that opened up beautifully, and I was sitting in the couch in the evening, and we were just chatting, and the window was open, and the view was just amazing. She lives on a big boulevard, but it was really quiet, even living there. And I was looking outside in the evening, enjoying the view over Brussels, and I imagined or I felt like I was in Paris. And I don't know, I've never really been to Paris at once with my previous relationship. Not the one, two previous relationships. We went there for a day. We got into a huge fight, whatever. I'm not getting into that one, but I've never really seen Paris. Like, but I've always, like, I know Paris from the movies, what I've seen or heard from people. I have an imagination of Paris, like how it would be like, and I really want to do Paris. And it's only a 2 hour drive or 2 hour 30 minutes. It's not that far, but yeah, I've never gone around to it. If I have the choice between Paris or London, I always take London because I know London by my back pocket. So, and also, but I need to go to Paris because, you know, it felt like Paris for me. And just the big trees, the view. She lives on the eighth floor, so the view was amazing. And also the interior of her apartment, the style, it was really bohemian for me, was something like being in Paris myself. And yeah, that I want to create it myself because that's a style I really like. Now I just have IKEA furniture and maybe like I do have that needle box or sewing box, sorry. And I have other bits and bobs that I found, but I need to pay more attention. Go to secondhand stores, go to thrift shops, stuff like that, to find nice treasures, gems. Yeah. So that will be my project for the next couple of months. See, I'm actually waiting. This week I will get news if I have the house. So I really hope because I love the house, and I officially applied and I had to go back last week to fill in more information and details about my job and stuff like that, about how much money I earn, and yeah. where I live now, the reason I want to move, so stuff like that. So I did that on Wednesday. So and then she said it takes about a week. So oh, I can imagine myself in that house already. I'm already decorating it in my head. I know when you walk in the living room, what I want to do, when the dining room, and then you have the kitchen, a nice garden. Okay, you need to work in the garden. The grass is really high. You really need to do some work in there, but I'm already imagining having barbecues there with my family, with my friends. Yeah, so hopefully, yeah, it would be lovely. It's close to the water. It would be nice to go run there in the morning. Yeah, I can imagine my life there already. So I'm really hoping it will be mine. But if not, what is meant for me will come. So I do believe that. Sometimes it's just so. Sometimes it's hard, to still believe that when something is not going the way you want it or is not what is meant for you, you won't get it, of course. But yeah, if you keep your hopes up on something and you don't get it, yeah, then of course it's a bit sad. But yeah, I know. I actually knew from the moment when I've seen the pictures as something I wanted as well. I was in my kitchen, or that I overlooked the garden. For me, that's just amazing, and I have a lot of room to grow herbs and plants, and yeah, I love that. I love plants, so I really hope so. Who knows? Hopefully, I can announce it next week. So yeah, moving. So who knows? Yeah. I think I'm done for today. I've shown you my two projects, the other socks I'm knitting, and I'm just at the heel, not really something worth mentioning. And the other sock with the cable I haven't touched in 2 weeks. My jumper, the arboreal one, I've done 3 rows. So yeah, not even worthwhile mentioning as well. But hopefully by next week I have finished the campsite pullover. And yeah, then I have another finished object. So thank you guys for watching this episode and have a lovely week. Have a lovely June. And today, starting today, I'm officially not allowed to buy yarn anymore.